Hi grade 5. Today we will continue our lesson the rock cycle. Metamorphic rock can be broken down in the same way and become sediment, which in turn becomes rock, which in turn becomes what? Becomes rock. It can be broken down, transported, and deposited to become new sedimentary rock. So we can change from metamorphic rock into sedimentary rock. Through what? Through what? Yes, metamorphic can be broken down, then transported and deposited to become new sedimentary rock. To become new sedimentary rock. Now let's know what's meant by the rock cycle. The continuous process of rock changing from one type to another. Okay, so the continuous process of rock changing from one type to another. Any type of rock can be melted, then cooled to become igneous rock. To become what? Igneous rock. Okay, any type of rock can be melted, then cooled, can be melted, then cooled to become igneous rock. To become igneous rock. So, another definition of the rock cycle. What's meant by what is the rock cycle? It is the sequence of processes by which rocks can be changed from one type to another. The changing of rock from one type to another is called rock cycle. So, let me ask you, what happens during the rock cycle? What happens during the rock cycle? Materials in rocks change again and again. So, materials in rocks will change many times. Processes include what? Melting, cooling, and hardening of rock. Melting, cooling, and hardening of rock. Movement of sediment, deposition of sediment in layers, and the changing of rock by high heat and pressure. So, the rock cycle includes what? Yes, melting, cooling, hardening of rock, movement of sediment, deposition of sediment in layers, and the changing of rock by high what? Yes, by high heat and pressure. So, the rock cycle first starts at magma, then cools and turns into igneous rock. The igneous rock turns into sediments. Yes, the sediments were compaction and cementation. Then the sediments turn into, yes, turned into sedimentary rock, and then when that is heat and pressure, yes, turned into metamorphic rock. And the metamorphic rock is then turned into melted magma. And again, the rock cycle never stops. Okay? The rock cycle never stops. Another picture represents a rock cycle. Igneous rock, metamorphic rock, and sedimentary rock. Igneous rock melting, heat and pressure forming metamorphic, igneous rock weathering and erosion forming sedimentary rock, sedimentary rock heat and pressure forming metamorphic, metamorphic melting forming magma, then cooling forming igneous rock. Okay, so the rock cycle never stops. So in this session, we talked about what? We know what's meant by rock cycle. Yes, sequence of processes by which rocks can be changed from one type to another. What happens during the rock cycle? Materials in rocks change again and again. Rock cycle includes what? Melting, cooling, hardening of rock, movement of sediment, deposition of sediment in layers, and the changing of rock by high heat and pressure. And any type of rock can be melted then cooled to become what? To become igneous rock. Any type of rock can be melted then cooled to become igneous rock. Okay? And in this session we talked about how can we change from metamorphic rock into sedimentary. Yes, metamorphic can be broken down, transported, and deposited to become new sedimentary rock. Thank you, Grade 5, and goodbye.